akachi ebiem. Na ese otimi say Sammy Gyamfi is not taking it lightly on Afenyo-Markin and the minority. Esan say me no ka say die waba beto another bomb pa nya asem kito wo kire mu a Afenyo-Markin serve as the board chairman edema ECG. Emma me no ka say eka pa ECG eswade to obe 8.2 billion Ghana cedis. Afenyo-Markin is working freely obi a enye ne hwe. So onu to me friends and trofo nhye de to me e de to dwa say Sammy Gyamfi dache se be ne bail condition no chenkure enya de obetimi aso na Sammy Gyamfi kire say kwatre kwaso obema wontuma aya tie ne din na ono Afenyo-Markin ne sebe eka 8.2 billion Ghana cedis a ECG ebo ho kakra yenchi ni ntumu ye ena ono a onye hwe no ene ebeti natum. How is this possible? And then they say Afenyo-Markin doesn't really know what he's talking about. Yenfa in some way ento screens ne so enfa ma na yenkan emu nsema na say you realize that baby ekeka konde aye critical. Or say Afenyo-Markin who watched ECG make 8.2 billion loss under his board chairmanship is neither in jail nor facing onerous bail terms. How much more me who has made no losses? Sammy Gyamfi CEO GoldBod into a chema Afenyo-Markin skra we penny no da ECG no 8.2 ayera 8.2 billion Ghana cedis eko obi anye ne hwe na me amenye hwe ne e ba be cheme eno no ye no ane sen e na ambing enti Sammy Gyamfi chiremu a efutu obi wo ho a ye ntie emfemfiri obi a ho keke no Afenyo-Markin no owe futuo bi a ankonkotu ne hofo because asempa pa bia ni wono mu a obetumi aka kire wono Sammy Gyamfi a obeka se wotie ama no ayeye sei na Sammy Gyamfi edisa ensem wei etuja.
The GoldBod, the Afenyo-Markin says that the GoldBod has sold gold and made losses, and that no one should sell gold and make losses. When the tongue gold boka says those who recorded $400 million loss under domestic gold purchase program in 2024, according to the IMF they are quoting. And this is also coming from the same people under whose tenure another state institution, MEF, implemented the gold purchase program and recorded losses to the tune of over $90 million. Today, they want to give us lectures on gold trading. Ladies and gentlemen, I have news for them. We will not take moral lessons from the brothel. Then number two, they say, why has the Bank of Ghana pulled out of financing the GoldBod if GoldBod is not making losses? Number one, the Bank of Ghana has not pulled out from anything. The MPP government decided that it will run a program called Domestic Gold Purchase Program, which will be managed by the Bank of Ghana. And they designed that program in a certain way, which I will talk about it. President Mahama promised to reset Ghana, including the gold trade sector. And his reset is the GoldBod. The act has been passed and the GoldBod is ready for takeoff. And so this new GoldBod model as envisioned under the GoldBod Act is not anchored on Bank of Ghana financing GoldBod. The GoldBod has been given the powers under Section 18 of the GoldBod Act by Parliament to raise money for itself from the financial markets. And so if the GoldBod wants to assert that statutory mandate, and for that matter, the Bank of Ghana has to end what it was doing under the domestic gold purchase program. You don't look at that and say, oh, that means GoldBod was doing something wrong. I can tell you that as we speak, the IMF and the Bank of Ghana are all engaging GoldBod that they still want to be our fiscal agents under the GoldBod model, where they will be raising money for us as an intermediary. It is the GoldBod that is rather saying, no, we will do it ourselves. So that claim is not true. And then you hear him say that, oh, GoldBod was being paid some fees, and it is because of the noise they made that the fees were reduced. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I brought evidence here, and if you need the evidence, I'll give it to you. That evidence is a letter dated October 29, 2025, way before the MPP ever held a press conference on GoldBod or domestic gold purchase program in 2025. Because the first press conference they held in the aftermath of the IMF report on domestic goods purchase program was in December. If you recall, we were celebrating Christmas at the time, December 2025. But by October 29, 2025, the GoldBod and Bank of Ghana, through negotiations, had reduced the fees to 0.6. Does that mean there was something wrong? No. What it meant was that the GoldBod was more efficient, in aggregating gold that they didn't need 0.75%. We conceded upon request by Bank of Ghana that we could do with little and still achieve better results. And number two, the quantity of gold we're buying had gone up and gold prices have skyrocketed. And therefore, even if we reduce our fees, we knew that we could still cater for ourselves. So that was an act of patriotism and not because of the noise of a rabble-rouser. Now, number four, and I'm wrapping up. They say, oh, GoldBod takes credit for the upside of the domestic gold purchase program, but the GoldBod does not take the blame for the downside. So we are being double standard. The GoldBod has not taken any credit for any upside of any domestic gold purchase program. We are saying that President Mahamat's vision in establishing the GoldBod, even though we did not begin the full implementation of that mandate in 2025, we were able to contribute substantially to the volume of gold that we aggregated as buying agent for the Bank of Ghana in ways that the PMMC, our antecedent, could never do and never did. And that was because of the effective aggregation system, the competitive pricing, and the other measures we introduced in 2025. And so we talk about the quantum of gold we were able to buy because of how we were able to plug leakages, intensify the fight against smuggling, reduce gold that was going out through informal channels and all that. That is what we talk about. And so let them get the facts correct. Then they talk about what commercial risk was GoldBod bearing under the domestic gold purchase program. Ladies and gentlemen, is it easy to be giving 133 billion Ghana cedis in a year, cash, bank transfer money, to buy gold in the market and not burn 1 cedi of that? Can our former board chairman of ECG, Afenyo-Markin, under whose tenure in 2024 the ECG recorded a loss of 8.2 billion, boast of such competence? The answer, I believe, should be obvious.
And someone Sammy Gyamfi, the GoldBod CEO, eka and say, womo din share pa and egu akwemu ama and the GoldBod abe GoldBod a ye hu omutimi ekodwaman so the gold market ekodi eye edwa buying and selling of gold any ade eno na ama sebe the fees are kane na omo charge kra no omutimi te so because things were actually going on well and enye se bia dede bia NPP for no na womo eye ana kasa bebre bia na womo kasa no ne ma womo etete so and they talking about say Bank of Ghana atwe womo ho ade fi the dealings of GoldBod ni mu na tete enye no kren. It is never true. Afenyo-Markin any team, they should get their facts right. Sebe, omo ensem no mo ka, omo ka ne se de tie, e ma omo dane ensem nani na mu fam be brim Ghana for any so. No kra omo ene se sebe, wo de sika komo obi, se won fa nkodi dwa ana won fa ndi dwa. Denya eka nkiti bi be den ebeba ensuma mo nka ne se o maboka na mana broso a se bi o mu huhu bi edigumu no eno de enye saa enete enti nsem ni bi a viral from the minority no eno ena eye Sammy Gyamfi address e wo press conference e call so anopai and what the to just say never and ever enye no kre. Some of the things are not factual ebi wo enye no kre. They have aligned and onyema bi omobaye kran before GoldBod was PMMC. Now PMMC omudwumedi ombedi ye nyina ne ade no Sammy Gyamfi kire mo nso omobaye omabehu se niema bi totochema ebra PMMC for eye adwuma enti omonso omahwemu ena omo correct sa niema ni nyina enso ni nyina akire no eye Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markin ene eye na powerful epese wo mu ebrim Ghana for ene so enti wo mu nkohwehwe nsem ni mu na wo mu fa no kre no emfa emre eye Ghana for yenko